the coolest community on this whole fucking website. Straight up. I just realized that I skipped a poem and I'm going back for it. You are the calming, endless stretch of an Iowa cornfield in midsummer, whispering secrets in the breeze. You are the soft, subtle roll of the... Oh my god. I don't know how to say that. I'm not familiar with lace, probably because German. Hills, a gentle landscape inviting quiet contemplation. You are the profound silence of a wide open Iowa sky at dusk painted with hues of comfort and peace. Huh. It's so beautiful. Do you guys want to read? Okay, I have like kind of a long-winded thing that I think you guys would really, really fucking appreciate. Somebody messaged me on OnlyFans and was like, I'm gonna read it. I'm not waiting for an answer. Somebody messaged me on OnlyFans and was like, I've been looking for other content creators from Iowa to follow, and I found you. You're not... I'll just read you stuff without like exposing this person, if I can, if it's possible. If I can find the messages. It might take me a second. But basically, I was talking about how lucky they are to live in Iowa. I don't know why. I feel like they were lamenting being from Iowa. Oh no, I think I think that they deleted their account, so it just doesn't show up anymore in my inbox. But I saved it in a note to show a friend that I thought would appreciate it. So I still have my long like speech. I was trying to they were like blah blah blah. I'm looking for other Iowa creators. I fucking hate it here, etc. And I'm just like, oh my god, you're so fucking lucky to live in Iowa. Like you do not even appreciate what you have right now, and I'm kind of mad about it. And they were like, yeah. Anyway, like I don't think that you could change my mind. Anyway, what do you do here? I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I live in Canada now, but I love Iowa an awful lot. I wrote I write woefully inadequate odes for her beauty, and the beauty in her that too many take for granted. Iowa is a land that spawns life, and not a person who walks her surface has deserved her since the bands of Bahoji, later bastardized to Okoboji, and Dakota that cared for her in turn. We get the best thunderstorms out of everywhere I've ever been. Even an annual one during winter, typically during a heavy snow shower. And you can literally smell the ozone in the air while you watch the little light show Mother Iowa has prepared for you, and it is metal as hell. Speaking of snow, those super still nights in the winter where it's so calm and there's glitter on the unsullied snow and the flakes come down in slow motion, tumbling lazily in arcs almost too wide for their size like silver half-dollars. The mesmerizing hills of grain that are a different color depending on the day, the time of day, the time of year, the humidity, and what would profit the farmer best that year. You're never more than 20 minutes away from true prairie, where foxes and opossums and fireflies live. If it's the warm of late spring or early summer, you can watch the summer fluff fly out of the grass and float around as though she's made us our own minute clouds to play amongst, but down upon her unexaggerably fertile soil. She reminds us, I am life, and thusly I give life. I am humbled. And as summer's glimmer first shows signs of dulling as it makes way for the fall, you can smell the maple and the sycamore and the juniper on the air, particularly when you're near one of the many creeks and rivers that marble her surface. The weeping willow starts its transition from magic fire green to the most beautiful pale goldenrod to match the wild goldenrod, and let the tiger lilies and red clover strike visual music against the lot. This is when the camping gets just so fucking good. September and October in Iowa moves me to tears. It's the only place in the country that I've lived where Halloween season feels like Halloween season. Apples and walnuts and mulberries and rhubarb and wild onion and pears for the sick freaks who pretend pears are edible grow with abundance, and their scent decorate air so crisp that it's basically a love letter she's written to your lungs. And once again, Iowa reminds you that she is the womb of a country filled with beauty and excitement. But what is more beautiful, name of person, than that which birthed the rest of it? Iowa is the best place in the country for gardens, for morels, for geodes, and for actual factual kindness. Were I to collapse in the streets of, say, Chicago or Minneapolis, I would have less than a 50% chance of anyone doing anything more proactive than the courtesy of stepping over my ailing body with care not to kick it as they ease themselves over the comfort that someone will help. In Iowa, you will be cared for, and not just because you can't swing a stalk of half-mature corn without hitting a medical student or professional. In Iowa City, my city, literature and arts are kings and queens. There are pianos bolted to the sidewalk for children to mash on, or happily drunken composers to practice their works for an easy audience. The audience stands upon sidewalks that have actual poetry stamped into the cement that forms them. Those sidewalks support local businesses and murals and sculptures, all made by Iowa's vast, talented artists. There are the most breathtaking rolling hills in the West, dotted with barns in varied states of repair, but equal delights for your eyes. In the South, there are vast prairies full of devastatingly beautiful and aromatic wildflowers, and an abundance of farms and ranches and people who are friends with the cows that provide their milk. And the milk is used in the various cheeses and baked desserts that may have been made by a community of Amish folks who speak German first, or housewives named Debbie who know every person in the municipality and will tell you the dirt if you flirt with either her or the scotcheroo she made from the handwritten recipe passed down by her great-great-great-grandmother. In the East, we have caves, all of them safe and beautiful to explore as long as you're smarter than the plaintive folks who come from away. And in the North, you'll find so many clean, beautiful winding rivers dressed in trees that grow nearly as wide as they do tall. And if you're there in the early afternoon, in the warmer seasons, the sunlight passes through their playful leaves and paints the rays green for you to wander through, while you muse about how this must be what you'd look like had you been born one of Iowa's praying mantis or dragonflies. Iowa is a fairy tale if you love her the way she the way she loves you. Growing up there was a privilege I did not deserve. And I always have and always will miss home with a profound longing and deep soreness each day I wake up living in a building that does not contribute to the landscape there. Good enough for Vonnegut, good enough for me. Anyway, I hawk nudes here. Nice to meet you. Lucky man's name from beautiful Iowa. That's the joke. There's the joke. Doxy, you need to publish that, should I? Anyway, Iowa is stunning. Iowa is like that is inadequate. That is inadequate. Iowa is breathtaking if you appreciate her the way she deserves. That was a mouthful in a good way. I did a terrible job of delivering it just because I was really excited to get to the punchline, and I'm very sorry that I stumbled over my words so much. I'd frame that and hang it on my wall. I am truly honored. It's 7 pages in the notes app anyway. I don't know how many. I feel like it's probably less than 1 if you typed it into Word.